We are at the headquarters of Columbia Leisure in Kuala Lumpur with Mr. Ow Yeang, Group Managing Director and Deputy President of Malaysia Inbound Tourism Association. Mr. Jason, what is the position of Malaysia in ASEAN as inbound and outbound tourist market, and what Malaysia is offering to the traveler?
Well, I would say Malaysia is a very important destination for a lot of incoming tourists. I would say should be one of the top now in terms of tourists, besides Thailand. Malaysia actually we have a lot to offer. Especially we have nice people in Malaysia, good culture. There's no disaster in Malaysia. The weather is perfect. We have sea, beach, 9 beaches to offer. We have mountain to offer. We have delicious food to offer. So I think we have one of the world oldest tropical rainforests in our country. And I'm sure a lot of tourists when they come here, of course they can see the multiracial country, especially you can see a Malay, a Chinese, an Indian, and a mixture of all the local origins, what we call orang asli. So there's a very good blending for people to understand our culture here. Just like when we go to Europe, and Europe is a big country, but you can travel through the border, meeting different type of culture. So I would say Malaysia, our Malaysian government is promoting Malaysia well. We want to attract more people to understand our country well, and this country is safe to come. It's a good experience for tourists, especially when they have not much knowledge about Asia. So when they come here, I think they can discover a lot of nice people. Like our country, our company, we are taking a lot of inbound, especially from Asia, and then also from Europe as well.
Chinese travelers are flooding the destinations in ASEAN as well as worldwide, and this trend is expected to continue. How do you handle this specific market with its very unique characteristics?
All right, our company called Malaysia, we handle the Chinese tourists as well. As I'm also a Chinese, Malaysian Chinese, so we understand the Chinese from mainland China. So I would say China has the most population in the world. So every country is not 100% ready with the great infrastructure to handle the Chinese tourists. But as I say, we love the Chinese tourists because they come here, they really enjoy our food, enjoy the stay, they are really good spender, and they bring up the economy of our country as well because they are the people they like to try everything, especially they are not that matured as per some Europeans customers. They are very mature, traveling from many years ago. So China is a very new market to all the countries in the world because I think we need them to travel, we need them to come to the country, to know more about country, to experience into a country. That's where they bring opportunity to the countries. That's why they bring hopes to the country as well, especially when the economy is not good. So I would say in terms of the numbers, especially Malaysia, we have not much problem because Malaysia, we have a Chinese educate, we are all Chinese educated. So we know the language, we speak the language, so it's more easier for us to handle the Chinese. I would say Chinese, of course, they have some different characteristics. So it's actually how well do you know them. If you know them well, you can handle them.
Mr. Jason, give some more details about the background and the history of Columbia Leisure for our readers.
All right. Columbia Leisure started in 1999, and when I took over, it was in 2004. So the company belongs to myself, and with my experience of 27 years in the travel industry, so our specialty is all inbound. I would say 95% we are doing inbound. So our company, when we first set up, we are in a small scale. So for the until today is already 12 years. So our company, we own vehicles, we own coaches, we own vans, we own office. We own the office. We don't lease the office. Then of course from experience, when I first started the inbound, we travel a lot, we meet a lot of people overseas, and that's where I gained a lot of experience as well. We have seen the world, of course. I've seen the world. So from travel related business, of course we also venture into other business like shopping outlets, and also some of the manufacturing that we manufacture and we sell to the world, and also we sell it here as well. So obviously tourism is a very important business now. We don't only focus on incoming tourists, but what we do is we focus on incoming tourists, but can we have resort, hotels, we own transportation, we own the shopping outlets. That's how we can get more, we can create more products for them. Then besides also get more income as well. So as an inbound, we can see inbound is very important. It's because we like to handle different tourists. Okay, and then we bring revenue to Malaysia, and we experience meeting different people, share different experience. So I would say inbound market is very important, it's very interesting for us, and I will continue to explore in my inbound market. But for outbound, we only do special tour, incentive meetings, conferences, tailor-made itinerary for outbound. For inbound, besides we're doing group series, FIT, we also do a lot of incentive, my special event as well. So our company, we have about 175 staff right now.
Colombia Leisure is one of the leading inbound tour operators. Which are your most important inbound markets? And regarding Malaysians traveling abroad, which are the most popular destinations?
Yeah, Colombia Malaysia, we are specialized into handling inbound incoming tourists. That's why we won the Malaysian Tourism Award for year 2014 and 2015. And when we first started Colombia Malaysia, of course we concentrate more on the Chinese and Western market. But since the Europe economy is not so good, so the tourist arrival has declined. So we concentrate more on the Asia market. So at this moment we handle a lot of tourists from Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, China, and also Indochina like Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam. And I would say these are all our main markets right now, and Indonesia as well, definitely. So besides the main market, of course we do handle like Europe, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. I think we handle everything. It's just a market segment only. Then as in operator, our group's majority they are group series, incentive, mines, special events. So we do have some FITs, but FITs about 5 or 10%, 5 of them from our total volume. We handle about 100,000 tourists per annum, incoming tourists per annum, and that's why I think that the inbound is so important, and we are going to explore this market, especially in Malaysia. We have a very rich in culture. This country has no disaster as well. This country is full of good culture with a very good blending of multiracials, like we have Malay, we have Chinese, we have Indians, and we have different very delicious food, good culture and good destination. We have good sunlight to offer, good air to offer, and good beaches, good mountains, and good nature to offer as well. That's why it's safe to come to Malaysia. That's why we have to explore it, and we have to sell to the world to let people know Malaysia is also a very important destination. So in terms of outbound, our country, we only special, we do tailor-made. We do tailor-made destination for corporate clients, especially when they want to go to a country. We do it for the whole company trip. And at this moment, many Malaysian tourists, they prefer to travel to Japan, Korea, and Thailand because of the distance as well, and also because of culture as well. So Malaysians now, they like to travel short haul, because the economy now is not so good. So people just select short haul destinations. Then the long haul destinations has declined as well.
As a leader in Malaysia's tourism, how do you contribute to the local community?
So Colombia Leisure handles about 100,000 tourists per annum, and in whole Malaysia we have about 27 million tourists arrive in Malaysia. I think these numbers is very important to our community. So as I said, tourism industry is important, whereby it will boost up, it will Every industry will benefit, especially on F&B outlets, hotels, motels, night markets, retailer, and homestay in terms of accommodations. It actually benefits everybody. So for us, as an inbound operator, I think we help a lot of people to survive when the economy is not good. And we also help a lot of our similar industry player, because as an association, I'm also deputy president of Malaysian Inbound Tourism Association. We want all our members to survive. So I can't take it alone. So it's a big piece of cake. When we get customer in, we have to share and everybody benefits it. That's how we make the economy better in the near future.